Hello Internet, my name is Narek Techno. Well, this is a video test for Reformatted, a series where I'm going to take bargain Transformer toys and maybe other toys and see what I can do to improve them. Now, this first test video is mainly just an unboxing of these. The 6-pack Morph bots from B&M Home Bargains, which is roughly the equivalent of a dollar store over in America. So let's have a look who we've got in this. It's a really big, long tube of people. None of them are tied in. So first out, we've got not Ultra Magnus. Now, there's not really. So first impression. One thing I was concerned about, he does not have knees. He has ankle knees. That's not good. May have to try and see what we can do about that. Arm articulation. Well, first start, this backpack seems to fold hardly anywhere. So he literally has a massive backpack which he can just store pretty much anything in. That's interesting. Arms on a, I think that's a swivel. That's 360 and no way of really being secured in. At least that's, it's somewhat fine. Get a little bit of outward. Surprisingly, for what is essentially a dollar store figure, got very tight elbow joint with roughly 90 degrees into articulation. And due to a transformation, arm can be pulled in. And head, let's have a look. Head is on a swivel. Wow, that's pretty impressive. And hips on ball joint. So I can kick back that much, forward that much. Arms get in the way, can do splits. And as we found out on the way out, he has no knees, only transformation joint. So he's not too bad. Interesting to see what we can do with this guy. He definitely could do a paint job, more accurate paint job. And holy cow, those are huge shoulder pylons. From the back, got an entire front end of his vehicle mode just sitting out there, and fairly plain and hollow, as to be expected from a dollar store figure. So for transformation of this guy, by the looks of it, peg the legs together. Generally can't tell if that would. Flip them down. Assume arms go all the way down, straighten them out, all the way down, straighten out, flip up. Looks like the, oh, I've also got that, well, unpeg the arms entirely to peg them into place. Make sure there's plenty of space there between the chest and the arms. Arms pegged together, straighten out, and looks like they somewhat clip to the back of the knees. Lift up the front of the cab, and for a knockoff G1, that's not too bad. I mean, it's very obviously, it's obvious who it's not meant to be, obviously. But you got all the details. I've actually handled the original G1 Ultra Magnus toy before. The only thing it doesn't have is obviously the pull down. You probably could get some very small vehicles in there. I'm not too sure what the scale of this is. Obviously no twisting. Visible head syndrome. What do you expect for a dollar store toy? Interesting to see if we can get this looking just as good. Not too sure what we can do about this whole shoulder situation. Let's put that over. This one here, which is our, I believe this one, his name is Brawn. So we've got Not Brawn, who out the box is like really happy to be bought, I'd assume. Let's see, so he's got up and down, in out shoulders. His shoulders are a weird limited ball joint which can go in but not out. So it's not a butterfly. No elbows. Molded. Not even any molded detail. He does have knees, but they are reversed knees. That would be interesting. No, despite there being a seam there, no hip rotation, articulation, except for really. So, got a bit of back problem there, don't you, Braun? Oh, and what have I forgot? So return to Braun. So, looks like for him, the transformation is arms up, waving them around like you just don't care. Legs forward, legs back. Yeah, because there's no instructions with any of these. Literally, I'm just doing this by ear. So we got the front end done, and then just looks like crunch his knees into his backpack and arms and peg together. So hollow as hell. Bronze head just hanging out underneath. As this one actually has wheels, it actually rolls pretty well. Got a bit of a lean on it, but that could just be my desk. Obviously, got his high heel boots for feet, just sticking it underneath. And you can see why his knees are backwards. Not too bad. Absolute sea, as you can see, probably an absolute sea of red. Why even the back wheel? Don't know if tightening that screw is gonna fix it. And then we've got. This is the reason I chose those two first. And we got two copies of this. I'm gonna assume it's some sort of seeker mold. For articulation. Nothing in the head, because that looks like it to be part of the transformation. Arms are on ball joints, somewhat limited by these weapons, but still, apparently these seekers are very much compensating, because those are huge guns. Not too bad. Hips. There is a ball joint there, but because of part of the transformation, which is this peg here, can't actually go anywhere other than, oh crap, just popped out. So knees that do nothing, just you can wiggly waggly them. And ankles can go forwards, but not that it's going to really be much use. But on the back, very plain. What looks to be, that looks design-wise like one of the other Transformer toy lines. I think I know which one this one's based on. Very badly though. And same again with the Blue Boy. Arms on ball joints. Guns are on swivels, pivot forward. Really big guns, I think those are the only ones that actually have weapons. This one, oh, okay, so we've got 5 rotation, but nothing else. Oh, can get it forward like that. And the same, oh dear. So, same ankle articulation. So let's get these boys transformed. So it looks like So I've got to unpeg the back of the hips, swing that up, it pegs in there. Those legs are really loose. So swivel these up, and then legs peg in there, which is 2 more. And looks like that just sits there. Is that? Nothing else? Is seriously the only way to have this like sitting somewhat flat on your table. To have these massive guns facing forward, which are, as you'd expect, hollow. So, very interesting jet design. Let's turn that around. Can't really go forward because there's no front end unless you have the guns facing forward in a very overarching way. Let's quickly transform this guy so it's unpeg the hips from unpeg those hips, peg the torso into the back, ankle feet forward, swing back down, peg in. These are fairly firm, and again, no way to have it sitting properly flat unless you got the guns forward. The joints on the blue one are definitely looser than on the orange one, so let's put that to one side. And lastly, the last pair of mold brothers, we've got Not Cosmos. Ooh, is that joint meant to come out? Okay, so that pegs in like that. So according to whoever made this particular toy, Cosmos has a giant tail. Surprisingly, this is the only one which has actual paint by looks. So I think maybe the red on Ultra Magnus. Let's just take this sticker off. Unfortunate screw holes, but considering I reckon they were designed with the vehicle mode in first. So let's see, can you actually see any detail in that face? I mean, I can just about. Come on. Oh. Yes. So a bit of a very small head going on there. Oh, I managed to tilt that a bit more. See, that looks very much like old Gen 1 Cosmos head. We could probably get one of these looking like Cosmos. So that's that one. And for grey Cosmos, just put his hips back together and apparently rip his tail off. Interesting to know that that's removable. Let's see, do they even have fists? No, they just got halves of a saucer ring as part of for their arms. So no fists. They've got a ball joint, and because of the shape, they've got decent articulation, but it's just also not the best. Hips for both of these on a ball joint. Fantastic range of motion. You can, with the arms up, you can do the splits. Knee joint can go. Oof, very tricky. So that looks to be straight and well over 90 degrees. Might assume most of that is for the transformation. Right, so let's have a look. So for a start, let's pop that out. Let's have a look. Pop that out, go there. Head goes in, it looks like. So it looks like for this one, they decided to go very... So So, flying disc. Okay, that surprises me that they've put... I wonder if they've got the arms on the wrong side. So let's tear the arms of this one, put them like that. So we've now got colour on the front. Pop the head down, which actually pushes the head. No, pushes the hips out. That's useful. Transform the front half of the saucer section. Ooh. Which way do these go? No, so I think pop it like that, and pop it like that. Somehow, despite these being mold brothers, and maybe I'm just doing something wrong, the darker coloured one is a bit more fiddly. So there we go. You've got two flying saucers. Oddly making me think of the Zetans from Fallout or the aliens from Destroy All Humans. Be very interesting. Lots of painted on detail, which is mirrored on his on the mold brother. So we've got to see if we can get at least one of these looking like the original Cosmos, but I have no idea what to do with this tail. Let's see, there's the tail. Yep, the tail comes off on that one as well. Very, not quite a perfect transformation. You should try and level it off. It feels like it's trying to pull itself apart. So, quick look at these Morph bots. £6 for the entire multi-pack. You get 4 unique sculpts. I say unique. And 2 duplicates. Articulation wise, some have it better than others. Some have weird articulation, which probably could be fixed. We'll have to see about that. And then you got the jets over here. They seem to have gotten the real short end of the stick. Oh crud! With how much they get. Just try and transform it. Looks like because of how the ball joint pops in. Should use that to our advantage, maybe. Get out. Ooh, very much harder to transform into robot mode. And that's, you can see why there is no head articulation on this guy, because his head is incorporated into it. There's no way they'd be able to have that. And this pegs back in. It's interesting that they have a way of hiding the feet, but it's not the best. You might as well just left it like this. Well, an attempt was made, and he's at least all of these ones. This is the only one. This is the only mold that has any kind of included weaponry. Good. I'd say good for small children, but there are small parts to keep in mind. There's plenty of screws and stuff where it seems to be appropriate, but the building quality, well, as you can see, I'd very much say that the painted side is supposed to have been on top, and somehow it ended up not on both of these out of the box. There's a small amount of paint on the jets. Looks like that is the only parts, which is also the parts that are shared between them, in the same colour as well. So, interesting to see what I can do with these. Thank you for watching this video. See you around.